Let's have a look at the highlights of race 31, the Armour All Gold Coast 600. David Reynolds on pole position in the Barbagallo Ford alongside Taz Douglas in James Moffat's Norton Nissan. 28 cars on the grid for the 102-lap, 300-kilometre race. But drama for David Brabham. The HHA Mercedes would end up with Mark Lieb hitting him in the door. That would be a problem later on. James Courtney was mixing it with the co-drivers, trying to get a move on Warren Luff and push the Holden Racing Team Commodore towards the front. Speaking of pushing, Steve Owen made contact with Warren Luff, touched the tyre wall. No penalty was issued for that conduct. Scott McLaughlin, dramas again for the second day in a row. The Fujitsu Commodore with electrical problems. And then this, championship contender Mark Winterbottom's car in the hands of Steve Richards with a drama with the left rear suspension. He would finish 18th. David Brabham, because of the lap 1 contact, could not get out the door. He had to get out the passenger door, and Tim Slade eventually dived in. Teammate Stephen Johnson in the SP Tools Mercedes, right rear suspension lets go. He and Maro Engel would get it repaired and finish in 22nd place as Stephen Johnson limped that car back to the lane. Plenty of hustle at the front. Greg Murphy and Dean Canto stepped into the leading cars, and Murphy, the Kiwi, moved his way to the front. Scott Pye came out of the pits, cold tyres in the fence, and Shane Van Gisbergen so unlucky. Safety car came out, pit stop stacking for Jamie Whincup and Craig Lowndes, and David Reynolds started to chase. He threw everything at James Courtney, and the Barbagallo Ford was high-flying through the beach chicane. And then this, James Courtney leading the race, trying to win his first race on the Gold Coast. The car failed. Steering failure for car number 22. He and Greg Murphy, non-finishers for the third race in a row and the second in a row on the weekend on the streets of the Gold Coast. And that gave the lead to David Reynolds. It was a crushed Greg Murphy who could not believe it. Then James Moffat got it wrong at the chicane. The back end of the curb breaks the right front on the Norton Nissan. He too was out of the race and left to limp back to pit lane. But up front, David Reynolds and Dean Canto did the best job. Reynolds winning his first V8 supercar race, and from pole position, a stunning job at the Armour All Gold Coast 600. Coulthard and Youlden second, Russell Engel and Ryan Briscoe on the podium in third. Surfboards all round at the Armour All Gold Coast 600.